I just want to address this man's question. I didn't hear it. Should we kill a child for the crimes of the father?
The child, if the woman's fucking raped, like, why the fuck would they
Oh,
want their baby,
okay,
you know?
okay, but here, okay, mind the language because there are little ones.
Okay, I apologize.
Cursing, there's no need for cursing. So,
I apologize, it's just well
yeah, but, well, if there's a problem with abortion, like, you shouldn't miseducate the children on these issues, these life issues. Is there? When? Yeah, there's a time when they abuse them as well, and they give them concepts that are undue and unruly, and they bring them up and they tell children they come from apes, and they tell them that their life is going to amount to becoming worm food, and they give them no hope, and then they give them the equivalent of a degree in hopelessness.
I mean, in fairness, if somebody dies, whether your soul is going to heaven or not, if that's what you believe, where's your body going to be? It's going to be worm food. So I don't know why you're saying that that's a misconception.
No, it's a misconception to think that you're only going to be worm food, that there's nothing immaterial. That's exactly what I'm saying.
No, that's not what you said.
Okay, but you can extrapolate that. That's what I mean. Yeah? Answer what? Yeah? There's no expectation of privacy in a public place.
I think you can report people in a public place.
Not under GDPR, if your face is in it, you have to ask for it.
Yeah?
You can show my face all you want. I'd love for it.
What do you mean by that, though?
Like your opinion on abortion, that's in the Bible.
It's biblical and it's constitutional.
But that's not. How is it constitutional if it's illegal?
Say it again, please. Sorry, there's two questions coming.
It wasn't like in the Bible, but it's still illegal. It still holds your belief.
If it wasn't in the Bible, again, this is a hypothetical.
I mean, so is the government forcing people to have an abortion, so you're okay with that hypothetical?
Well, no, it's a logical line.
Well, logical to you, no one else thinks assuming that would happen is logical.
No, well, it's a logical line. You see, you can see if you don't have if your unborn baby has no rights.
No, but I have rights, and I have rights to decide whether I'll keep it or not, and I have rights to tell the government to go fuck themselves if they try to tell me not to.
You do now, but a few years ago there was no right to have an abortion.
No, and that was wrong.
So it's not beyond the realm of possibility.
There was also no rights for women to vote. There was also no rights for black people. There was also no rights for gay people. Things change. Move forward with the world.
Yeah, of course. But what I'm saying to you is this: that if you believe that your child has no right to life, how long before you have no right to life?
I never said that a baby doesn't have, that I don't think my baby has a right to life if I want it. What I'm saying
Oh,
is,
so the baby only has a right to life if you want the baby.
no, that's not what I'm saying. You're twisting it again. What
No,
I'm saying
you just
is-
said that. I'm just trying to qualify.
Yeah, clarify then. What I'm saying is, why does my opinion not matter? If I don't want to carry this baby, why is a unborn baby that hasn't the right to even think about what's going on, why is their right to life more important than my right to decide what to do with my own body?
But you're not deciding what happens to your own body. What you're doing.
I'm deciding whether I want to carry
Well-
a baby or not. That would be my body. I'm deciding to give birth.
Yes,
That's
yes.
my baby.
But you're already feeding your baby. If your baby's in your womb, you're already supplying oxygen and food to your baby. You're already a mother.
Okay, in your opinion, but if I decide that I don't want to,
Well, no, this
I
is
want to get rid of the baby,
well, no, this is science.
I've never heard a scientist that would agree with that. Never. I know a lot of scientists.
Maybe
but
that's
I've never heard
maybe
scientists
that's
say that.
influenced your opinion.
No, what
wrongly.
influenced my opinion is being a woman and knowing that one day I could be in that position where I'd have to make that decision, and that men like you are going to try to say that I'm a murderer and that I'm wrong for deciding what to do with my own body. But you
Yeah, I believe that the removal of an innocent human life is murder.
so don't do it then.
I won't.
So like that's like turn around and saying, oh, I don't agree with black people being able to vote, right? Not I don't agree with that, but that'd be like me saying that. Okay, so who am I to tell them not to?
See, this is what I don't understand, right? On the one hand, you're saying, and I'm not even going to go there. On the one hand, you're saying the baby doesn't have a right to life, but on the other hand,
The mother has a right to choose.
but on the other hand, you're saying as well that a man doesn't have a right to have an opinion.
No, never said that.
So do you see how?
Final
Do you
decision.
but do you see how the removal of one right automatically results in the removal of another?
No, because you're just assuming that I'm not taking the
Always
man.
have rights. Men are always going to be on top. That's the same.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, though?
I don't know, pay gaps for a start, not necessarily in Ireland, but there are lots of.
Not able to what? Sorry?
Get
Well, the Bible says that a man's body belongs to his wife and the wife's body belongs to the man.
My body belongs to me and his body belongs to him. If he wants to get
Not
his
according to
shit
the
together,
Lord.
tell him what to do.
That's your opinion.
He's not here.
So what happens then before someone has a wife or a husband? Then does the body just belong to no one?
But that's different.
Well, it's not.
Because a man shall leave his mother and father and cling to his wife, and they shall become one flesh.
So you think you have a say over whether your wife or not has an abortion?
Well, I don't have a wife.
I wonder why.
I think it's obvious why.
Because this is an obvious, like should be an acceptable hypothetical to you. If you did have a wife,
Yeah.
you think that you can stop her from having an abortion?
If I do have a wife, do I think I can stop her having it? I wouldn't have a wife that wouldn't listen to me.
That wouldn't listen to you.
No.
You're in charge, are you?
Absolutely.
You're in charge of women.
Of what I do, yeah.
Why are you in charge in that situation?
What?
Why are you in charge in that situation?
In what situation?
You just said that you wouldn't have a wife that wouldn't do
It's absolutely my responsibility to take care of my seed.
But why does your wife have to do what you tell her? Who made you the boss?
Again,
Well, I should have to do what he tells me.
you're asking me scripturally? I'm going to
No,
give you a
I'm
scriptural
asking
answer.
As a human being. Why should I have to do what he tells me? Clearly
Yeah.
I don't. I
Yeah.
wouldn't hear.
So I'm going to give you a biblical response because I'm a Christian.
Okay, but
The Bible says-
I wasn't talking necessarily about the Bible.
Well, you can't separate me from my Christianity. What?
And you give us a human response as a human.
I can only give you a human response because I am a human.
Exactly.
No, but
Yes.
you're
saying
referring
that
to
that's not
God,
what you're gonna give us.
what God says or whatever, but I'm saying as
I'm not going to
a
get.
human being,
Sorry, can I just address what he said?
yeah.
Because it had the phrase had been coined earlier.
Okay, this reminds me. A while ago, I asked you a question and you refused to answer it.
What
I had
question is that?
asked I had asked you if you understood that the logic you use could be used to prove that Odin exists along with that God exists. Now, he refused to answer this question by saying he does not submit to this.
This is.
He
Can we
does
stay
not
on
accept
the
this.
the unborn baby,
No,
please?
this is proving your logic to the people
You
that
want to
stand
talk about
beside
God?
us.
You can't talk
I want to talk about abortion.
But
I
you
don't.
just said you can't separate your Christianity, so he's asking you a question.
But why should I be expected to?
What?
Do you not see the issue
I'm
that's
not
come?
saying you should be
Do you not see the issues that's come to a head here?
No, I'm not
Yeah.
saying that you should be expected to. but
It
I'm
said.
saying
It said.
you
You've just
have
said
to
it's like
separate.
Christians aren't human.
That's not what I said.
Give me a human answer.
No, I'm saying
That's the implication.
all your answers you're saying from the Bible.
First we dehumanize the fetus and then we dehumanize the Christians.
No, I didn't say there's anything wrong with being Christian.
Said give me a human answer. How can a Christian give you any other answer?
Because I'm saying all your answers, you're referring to the Bible. You're like this, and this. But I'm saying, as a human, why do you think that what you think is more important than what a woman thinks?
What it's not about what opinions of more import. It's about obeying
You
the.
said you wouldn't
It's
have a wife that would listen to you. So why is what you
who
say
wouldn't
more
listen
important? Yeah, why should she listen to you?
because she's my wife.
So, does that mean you're yeah, she's your own.
I'm not refuting that.
So why does she have to listen to what you say? Why are you in charge?
But
Is this not
but
equal
listening to
society?
what you say doesn't equate to you being in charge.
No, that's what you
No
said
one should be
earlier.
in charge. It should be equal. You
But-
said you wouldn't marry a woman.
But you see,
that wouldn't do what
okay,
you tell her to
okay.
do.
So let's bring that line of logic to its conclusion. It should be equal, but you can't tell me what to do with my womb. It should be equal, but you've nothing to say whether I abort the child or not. It should be equal, but you shouldn't have a vote on whether a woman keeps her child or not. So show me the equality.
I'll accept your opinion, but
Show me the equality.
the equality is you want to.
I'm not claiming to be a woman. Like
You want to get a vasectomy. You want to do that. That's your body.
What is it?
Equally as yeah, that's your body. That's your decision. As a woman, I have that same decision.
it doesn't
to
work
make.
that way
Why?
because it takes two to make a baby.
Of course it was.
But also it could be unconsensual.
Yes, but a man. See, this is the thing. A man should lay his life down for his woman. He should protect her, take care of her while she's pregnant, not send her to the abortuary.
And you think forcing a woman to have a baby she don't want is taking care of her?
Well, you see, there's an assumption. The majority of women who, and this is the findings, right? This is the statistics. This is the experience. The vast majority of women who have abortions regret it afterwards. They go through mourning and grief.
No one said it was an easy decision.
One second. It's like a scar that they carry for the rest of their life. And the reason is this: because they don't not become a mother. They become the mother of a dead baby that they had killed. That's a fact. It is fact
Why do you think
because they. Sorry, what did you say there?
Is it not like why does that
Well, no, we should. I'm not. Well, no. Yeah, no. Well, drinking too much is wrong too. So.
Everything that's fun is wrong.
No, but all you're doing is pointing out. Sorry, can I just address that? All you're doing is everything that you're pointing out as being a catalyst for an unfair pregnancy is totally avoidable by obeying the Bible.
I feel like you can't just say that like by like reading the Bible everything will be okay, because like even what you're wearing right now I'm sure doesn't follow the rules.
Look, I've heard this before. Look, you see, the ceremonial laws that were in the Old Testament no longer stand, says the Bible. Yeah, the Bible does.
I actually study religious studies.
Yeah.
What's really interesting about it is that most of the Christians that I talk to view the Bible as a general guideline, but it's not actually relevant anymore to how we live our lives today.
Okay, yeah.
So it's most
Okay, so this is the new narrative. Yeah.
have actually said that it is incorrect to take the Bible as it is and that it should be interpreted.
Okay. So it's like it's saying this is what you're going to be fed now about the Bible, okay? So this is no surprise. This is Satan has this in the works for a while. He's cooking this one for a while. It's saying liberalist, there's liberalist interpretation of the Bible, then there's fundamentalist literalist, and they're the crazy extremist radicals that we don't listen to anymore. In fact, they're antisocial. Let's get them off the streets. So what it's saying, one second. Yeah. So what they're saying is that if you interpret the Bibles as being a literal account, by the way, the Bible is more than a literal account. It also uses metaphors, but it's clear when it's using metaphors. Can I just finish? Can I finish the thought? Can I finish the thought for a second? So, when you're reading a literal account in the Bible, a historical account, a literal account of events, you know that you're reading literally. But one sec. And then when you're reading a metaphor, it'll be clear to you that it's a metaphor. So, nobody can be a literalist, or in that sense, because in the Bible there's literal account and there's also metaphor. There's analogy as well. Can I address that? Because she's so the laws that in the Old Testament were Jewish laws, and the reason was because Jesus had not yet come into the world and paid for sin. You understand? So in order for the Jews to walk with Christ, they had to go through ceremonial rituals that were cleansing to a degree. But because the blood of bulls and goats will never atone for the crimes of a human being, because the blood is not equal. The blood of a goat is not the same as the blood of a human. Do you understand what I'm saying? No, I'm not trying to say you don't, but I want to be very clear for anybody who's listening. So, old ceremonial Jewish laws do not stand for a Christian. They no longer stand, because Jesus paid for sin, and we're all cleansed through faith in Jesus Christ. So we don't need to adhere to ceremonial laws, but we do need to adhere to moral laws, because they never change. Did that explain it for you? Can I repeat? So no problem. Ceremonial laws were a shadow of the things to come. Jesus said, I have not come to abolish the law, but to fulfill it. And no jot or tittle shall be changed in the law. Okay? But the cleansing properties of the ceremonial laws. I haven't actually finished the thought, but if you want to intercede, go ahead. Interject, go ahead.
Well, it's just the thing with the Bible is that there are definite historical facts that exist in the Bible. I won't deny that at all. That is true. But
What are you not denying? Can you repeat that?
is that there are historical facts in the Bible. But
Yeah.
the problem is that the facts that you're stating are true are all to do with morality and ethics, and there is no universal blanket of ethics or morality.
Well, that's your assumption. You can't prove that. Yeah, absolutely. There are so many questions coming at once. I'll just deal with your with what you've put forth there.
Pretty well-known fact, because everyone has a different idea of
Well, you're making huge, wild assumptions, and I can point them out to you. So, you see, morality, what the society is claiming now is this. Morality is something that's evolving and we should take our moral instructions from societal changes, right? So just 1 second, just because society is changing doesn't mean that what society is now presenting as moral goodness is moral goodness. The Bible.
And what about pre-biblical era? Or what specifically says that the Bible is what's right and not anything else?
Conscience.
Well, I don't feel consciously wrong if I drink or if I have premarital sex. It doesn't make me feel consciously wrong.
No, conscience means with knowledge. Con means with, science means knowledge. 1 second, can I address your question and then I'll answer your question?
But then I don't have any sense
1 second.
of knowledge in what I'm
Conscience, yeah, so God has endowed us with the knowledge to know the difference between right and wrong.
so then why don't I think it's wrong?
Because your conscience has been seared by this world. Because conscience is God-given, but it's shaped by the world.
So then why aren't I like a general wrongdoer? Like I don't see myself as a bad person and I feel like I contribute well to
But again, some pedophiles don't think that what they're doing is wrong.
Did you just say some pedophiles don't think what you're doing is wrong?
I did say that.
How is that relevant to this?
Say that again?
I don't see how that's relevant.
It is relevant because if you're talking about autonomy and subjectivity, and just because you don't think that what you're doing is wrong, that means it's not wrong. Well, then what about a pedophile when he subjectively says what I'm doing is right? I like children.
Do you like children? That's because they're mentally ill. They're not okay in the head.
But anybody who doesn't,
Pedophiles, sometimes they do know.
but that's what sin is. Sin is an illness. Sin skews your ability to interpret what is right and what is wrong.